Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how nice.
Are you able to be? The WNBA is utterly crazy. About the most recent comedy show starring none other than Angel Reese, who recently declared that she would depose living legend Caitlin Clark, as if someone who has been crying over sideline drama and making up injuries, not to mention her whiny rants about less than ideal salaries, would dethrone Clark. Angel's is now officially delusional. Reese's
is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basket.
Her belief that she can surpass Clark, the player who is creating history every season, is absurd. Reese's sole skill to date is making fun of herself, but maybe she's receiving accolades for being so pathetic. If that's the case, Reese ought to verify her reputation before discussing taking over the NBA. Changing coaches won't make her stand out. She must first alter her mindset.
Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does.
Did you see her wherever you went? Angel Reese seems to believe that she will become the next big thing in women's basketball by training with LeBron James's trainer, David Alexander. Yes, sure. As if training with one of the world's best trainers is going to turn Reese into some kind of superhuman ready to dethrone Caitlin Clark. Please, while Reese is out there doing whatever perfecting her general movement patterns means, Caitlin Clark is busy actually improving her shooting and playmaking. You know, the things that actually matter when you're trying to be the best player on the court. So good luck, Angel, while you're working on whatever that, even as Clark is sharpening the skills that have already left you in the dust. Reese may have had a nice little run at LSU, but thinking she's in Clark's league is like saying I'm about to drop a new album after singing in the shower for 5 minutes. That's delusional, not competitive. Reese might have been the queen of LSU, but Clark, she's the queen of basketball, period. Reese is out here talking about surpassing Clark while Caitlin's already out here redefining the entire game. But sure, Rays, tell me more about how you're going to dethrone a legend when you haven't even gotten your feet wet in the pro.
We've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of just moving on has been something I try to.
Let's return to the NCAA championship of 2023. Do you recall it? With that juvenile taunt, Reese was frantically attempting to steal Clark's shine by flipping the "you can't see me" gesture back in Clark's face. That was a moment, all right, but for all the wrong reasons. Reyes was easily outscored by Clark, who continued to be the greatest player on the court. Reese's major move was a pathetic attempt to stay relevant by attempting to take center stage for roughly 5 seconds while Clark was preoccupied with making history.
No one like Caitlin Clark. The
WNBA's past. In terms of numbers, let's just state that Reese's WNBA debut was unremarkable. With an average of 19.2 points per game and as many assists as a seasoned player, Caitlin Clark lights up the league. Reyes, on the other hand, averages 13.6 points each game, nearly 6 fewer than Clark. Not to mention that Clark topped all rookies in assists per game, 8.4, but she gave it her all at the moment. Now, let's talk about the rookie of the rookie trophy. I'm still asking.
Rookie of the year. Yeah. What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm cool. The pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7. So the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm all right, cool. I can just hoop. So I don't know when it started to just break out where I was just in rookie of the year conversations. I'm all right, cool.
You started killing it. That's why. But hold on, things will improve. Reese's off-court life has truly become a circus, while Clark is altering the game with every play. For someone who hasn't even proven she can regularly play at the highest level, she got a signature shoe deal with Reebok, which is amazing. Reyes is preoccupied with promoting her lifestyle on Instagram, which is adorable and all, but good luck if you believe that will help you fight Clark. If I were you, I would start focusing on trading basketball instead of the number of likes on postings. However, because Reese liked discussing money, let's talk about it. She's out here whining about how costly life is while flaunting her $73,439 WNBA paycheck. Maybe it's time to start budgeting more effectively, Reese. because you don't exactly live in a Beverly Hills home. In the meantime, Clark is running her company, focusing on the game, and clearly not caring about the price of a Starbucks latte. Let's now have a serious conversation about this unmatched league. Reese hopes that this 3x3 league, which will start in January 2025 and feature 34 of the world's top players, will be her big break. Yes, it's a huge problem because she's entering a lion's den with all these top athletes. I am aware that she will earn $250,000 for the 8-week season, a significant increase from her meager $81,000 annual WNBA salary, but the problem is that she will be competing against athletes who are on a different level. Reese's performance doesn't say, "I'm ready for this competition," but rather, "I need a lot of work." To make matters worse, Reese is entering a league with some of the world's most gifted athletes. Yes, Reese, you may have your sights set on the limelight, but if Reese believes that simply showing up and having fun would make her the next great thing, the attention will be on those who can truly bring it. She will have a severe wake-up call. Critics have already called this an overestimation, and to be honest, they may have a point. Yes, this league will be thrilling and full of elite skill, but Reese isn't anywhere close to the caliber of players who have already established themselves at that level. Therefore, if Reese doesn't improve her game in this competition, she might be exposed, but there's no hiding when you're up against the greatest. One action can reveal and perhaps even emphasize how far behind Clark she is. Before she is on the same playing field, she still needs to go.
Just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's
a great deal of racism at the time. This is a reality check. Reese may talk all she wants about surpassing Clark in the world of professional basketball, but ultimately those are just words. Speak is ineffective and inexpensive. You must now possess the abilities to support your desire to take on the greatest. Reese's lips is exerting more effort than her game. She frequently makes bold claims, but she is incapable of carrying them out. Clark has already proven herself to be the real deal, while Reese is still in the "I'll get there someday" phase. It's important to remember that Clark is still working hard while Reese is receiving training from one of the top professionals in the field. Being the best is not something you can purchase. You can't expect to defeat a legend by simply training with the finest trainer. It requires years of commitment, persistent work, and, above all, talent. While Reese is receiving instruction to improve her general movement patterns, it's simple to discuss taking charge when no one is genuinely pushing you. However, when you face really elite competition, things become difficult at that point. Ari will become a footnote in Clark's trip rather than the one to unseat her if she doesn't improve and quit acting like she's already there. As of right now, Ari is still much below Clark's level. Let's just assume that the only thing she'll do is remove Clark from the real world.